All right, what's up, people? This is part two to my War on Drugs series, and I think this is going to be the final part. I'm going to tie up for some things from the first video, add in some new stuff just to let you all know, and then we're going to move on to my next set. One thing I talked about really for the most part in the first video was the 13th Amendment and how using the 13th Amendment you're able to re-implement and get back on the whole slavery thing. So with that, I want to talk about a couple of things that go along with also the war on drugs and just being able to put people back in prison and get them back into the slavery system. The main thing that I really want to talk about is mind control using certain aspects, one being drugs and then other things that tie back into that. Um, Mind control, not just with having people abusing drugs in the sense of being a user, like injecting it into your arms or sniffing it or rubbing it on your gums, a whole lot of stuff like that. Not necessarily that, but also the glorification of being a drug dealer, the idea of the fast money, living that fast life, the women, the cars, and all of that. That's mind control too, because they have people thinking, they have you thinking, they have us thinking that that's the way you want to live. When you can ask almost any real drug dealer, that's not that's not what it is, but that's what you see. That's what you see. You see the cars. You see this lavish lifestyle that they live. But people don't realize the work and the horror and the terror that go into it. Like these are things that you can't take back. Selling drugs to a, a mama that's pregnant, like things of that nature. You can't get rid of that. Killing people, killing of your own people. That's something I'm gonna touch on later too. Like we took the Klan's job. At one time, they were killing us. They stopped. Unless they ever lynching or dragging or burning, you don't. Because we do it for them. We're killing each other. But anyway, I also want to speak about the fact of alcohol. Now, everybody always touches on this thing, and I'm just going to keep it real simple. But yeah, there's no secret, there's no joke that there's gun stores and liquor in every black neighborhood. Like a neighborhood with majority of Latinos and Hispanics, there's gun stores and liquor stores. You know, Dave Chappelle did the whole thing. He's like, man, who's going to the hood? And I'm like, gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store. That's what you see. Now, this makes a lot of sense when you consider how the Indians were when the Europeans first got here. What were the two things they traded more than anything? Rum and guns. Drunk people with guns. What do you think is gonna happen? Come on. Um, Also, you think about poverty. Who lives in poverty in the Americas? Here, in our country. Land of the free, home of the brave. Not really. Who's in the poverty line? They make us poor. When you make people poor, you can control them because they become dependent upon you. And then you give them more stuff, mostly negative stuff, or you force them into a negative lifestyle that pushes them back into the system again, right back into the system. Time back into this 13th Amendment idea. Drugs get you locked up. Being drunk in public gets you locked up. Or being drunk and doing stupid stuff, DWIs and all of those things, get you locked up. Poverty, being poor. Being poor is a crime in the United States, basically. Like to be poor is like, oh my God, what? Because poverty forces you to do things that you wouldn't normally do in order to survive. You got, I mean, just these things are technically legal, but still, you have mothers that are strippers, you know. Um, but then that's really about the extent of, guys out here doing some things they really wouldn't do just to feed the kids. It's crazy. Now, education. I know education doesn't seem like something that's big, but if you've been paying attention to the news, there's been a lot going on surrounding education because education is stressed, but education isn't stressed enough, in my opinion. But my point is, all these factors, if given or taken away the right way, will lead you down the wrong path. Too many drugs, too much alcohol, you're taking away money, so you're providing poverty, I guess you could say it like that. You're giving me poverty. You're making me poor. And education. Education is like the most important thing on the face of this planet because everything else comes behind. When you got this together, nothing can stop you. But they taking these things away. Again, mind control. If you take away education or you give a BS education, I'm not talking about a bachelor's in science from college, I'm talking bullshit education. Make people poor and dope them up, have them all high and intoxicated, inebriated, under the influence, whatever. You can control their mind. And when you control the mind, you control everything. And my grandmother used to say, hit the head and the body will go. So destroy the mind, your body follows suit, just as clean as day. All right, so with all these things going on, it now forms to targeting and racial profiling. And I feel that like that's simple enough to just say because when you know you set someone up to fail, when you know you set someone up to be in a specific position about something, it's easy to catch them in the wrong. You know you gave drugs, you funnel drugs into this community. I had this thing where I do funding and funneling. They're funding it, the drug trade. They're making money and they're pushing money back into the drug trade in the country and around the world. And then they're funneling it into our communities. Why? Because like I said before, 13th Amendment says no slavery unless you locked up. They want you locked up. They want you in jail or dead. One of the two. And jail is more profitable, but even if you're dead, hey, whatever. There's another nigga off the streets. It's it's another wetback off the streets. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm just throwing out these names. There's a lot of them. There's another chink off the streets. Asians too. Y'all are part of this group. Don't get it twisted. We all are. Like I said, it's not black versus white. Like I always say, it's not black versus white. It's us versus them. Us and them. If you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10, you're one of us. Maybe not one of us, but you're one of us. Um, but yeah, the fact of the matter is, when they know they're giving these things to you for you to work with, they know you have it, or they expect you to have it. So here comes racial profiling. Black man driving a car. Black man driving a nice car. What? What you doing driving this nice car, boy? You know what I mean? You're supposed to have a nice car like this. Now, pull him over. Check on him. Make sure he ain't stole this car. This can't be his. Black man driving with a couple of friends. Gang situation right here, I think, maybe. Just pull the guys over and see if I can find some drugs on them. You see what I'm saying? Targeting. You're a target. I made a piece the other day that says if you're born black, you are a target. And that's real. If you're born black, you're a target. The fact that the matter, when you came out the womb, that was it. It was right on your forehead. And nothing you can do about it. If you're rich and you got money, you're still a target. They don't want you to have it. Look how they treat our celebrities. Look how they treat our celebrities. Come on. For real. Mike Vick, a year for dog fighting. Ben Roethlisberger, sexual assault on a lot of accounts. He's still playing ball. So you tell me what's up. Three different accounts. Sexual assault. They can't call it rape or nothing like that. Sexual assault, we're gonna say, because they never got on him. He's still playing ball. And this affects how you're treated. Like this racial profiling, this targeting, it affects how you're treated. They treat you a certain way. They want you to feel like a criminal. They want you to feel uncomfortable. So that you get accustomed to that treatment because that's what they're going to be giving you. That's how they're going to be treating you. But just to wrap all this up, man, like we got to open our eyes and pay attention. They're doing a lot of things to us and around us to show us, one, that they're going to treat us how they want to treat us and do what they want to do to us. But two, a lot of this we can avoid. I understand, I was speaking with somebody yesterday, an older guy, much wiser guy than myself, and he was talking about the fact that, they do this to you. They victimize, they made your grandfather a victim, which made your father a victim, which is making you a victim, and now we're victimizing the youth. We're victims of victimization, and I don't even think that's a word. We are victims of a victimizing or victimized person. And now We're victimizing others. We have to stop. We have to stop this circle. We have to break this circle. Which is why, I get out here and I try to. I'm doing these videos like this. I'm trying to get out here and explain to the youth, like, yo, no, don't do this, because that's what they expect of you. Nothing more of a nigga than what a nigga is gonna be, and that's a nigga. Dumb nigga, dead nigga, locked up, want something. That's what they want from you. So don't fall on these pressures, man. Stand strong and fight. Get your education. I know you might get tired of hearing it, but get it. The more you know, the less you can get screwed over. I'm telling you. Know the law. Study law. You don't have to be a lawyer. Go get some books. Find some stuff on the internet. Much time we spend on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. And all of this Tumblr and all this other crap. Look something up. Learn something. Expand your mind beyond what you see every day on TV or what you do on a regular basis on the internet. Get out there and get it. Because, truth be told, they're giving it to you. The one thing that they have given us is the ability to have an education. So don't take it for granted. It's like they put it in our face, and now we don't want it. But when we couldn't have it, we were crying for it. Like I said, like I once said in a little song I wrote, I was like, they gave us whips and chains, and we cry for freedom. Now we buy whips and chains like we damn near need them. But either way, you're still a slave. Like Kanye said, even if you in a Benz, you're still a nigga in a coupe. It don't make a difference. So get out there and get that, man. I got more videos coming up. I got a lot of stuff that I'm gonna give y'all. I hope y'all continue to support me, subscribe, share. Please share, like, comment, tell me what's up. Let me know if you want me to do any specific thing like that. You know what I mean? Give me my props. Hate on me if you want to. I appreciate that too, because in the heart, I know you still love me.